If you've made it this far into the video, I have one small request. Please watch till the end because every second holds a twist you won't see coming. This channel is brand new, and your support means everything. Just one subscribe can give us the push we need to keep going. Thank you. Now, let's get into the story. I walked in on my fiancée cheating with my closest friend. "What, you gonna cry about it?" she taunted. I just gave a faint smile and walked out. By morning, my phone was flooded with missed calls from both of them. I'm still reeling, hands trembling, not from grief, but from raw anger. This happened yesterday, and my phone hasn't stopped buzzing since. Some context. I'm Noah, in my early 30s, and until yesterday, I was engaged to Kristen, late 20s. We'd been together 3 years, engaged for half a year. My best friend Brian, also in his 30s, was set to be my best man, key phrase being was. Looking back, the red flags were there. My gut churned over small things, but I brushed them off foolishly. Kristen started hitting the gym more often a few months ago. Nothing odd, right? Especially since Brian, my high school buddy, was her trainer. I trusted him completely. Big mistake. She'd come home late, blaming long client meetings. Her phone was always face down, and late-night texts would make her smile, but she'd lock the screen if I got close. Classic signs, huh? When I'd ask, she'd turn it on me. Why so controlling? Don't you trust me? You're so insecure. Yesterday, I was supposed to be at a work site until evening, but it wrapped early. I grabbed takeout from her favorite spot, planning a surprise. Guess who got surprised instead? I knew something was off when I saw Brian's truck in our driveway. He was supposed to be working. I stood there, clutching that takeout bag, staring at his license plate, hoping it'd magically belong to someone else. I let myself in quietly. Noises came from upstairs. Forget those movie moments where everything goes silent except your heartbeat. That's nonsense. All I heard was them and my blood pounding. I pushed open the bedroom door. There they were, in our bed. The one we picked out together, where we'd planned our future, our kids, our dreams. Kristen saw me first. No fear, no remorse, just a smug smirk. "What are you gonna do, cry?" she said. Brian scrambled, stammering. "Man, I can explain." I cut him off. "Don't call me man." My voice was eerily calm, even to me. Kristen, clutching the sheet, kept smirking. "Well, say something. Have your little meltdown." Instead, I pulled out my phone, snapped a few pictures, they tried covering up too late, and said, "Thanks for making this simple." Then I turned and left. Kristen shouted after me, "That's it? You're just walking away? Coward." I paused at the door, looked back and said, "No, I'm just beginning." I crashed at a motel that night. Come morning, my phone was a war zone. Dozens of missed calls from Kristen and Brian, texts begging me not to tell Brian's wife, Judith. Kristen's messages swung from threats to pleas, my favorite being, "You better not ruin my life, or you'll regret it." I didn't reply. Instead, I made calls, first to my bank, then to our families. Here's the thing. They didn't know I'd suspected something for weeks. I had screenshots, tons of them, from our shared iPad that Kristen forgot she was logged into. Every message, every meetup plan, every lie. Kristen's probably noticing her credit cards aren't working now. I emptied our joint account, moving my share to a new one. Left the engagement ring on the kitchen table with a note. Hope he's worth it. Their phones keep blowing mine up, but I'm done talking. They expected me to crumble, cry, make a scene. Instead, I'm making moves. More to come. This is about to get interesting. Update. Wow, this story spread fast. Thanks for the support. To answer some questions. Yes, Judith, Brian's wife, knows everything. I sent her the evidence. No, I'm not letting this slide. I'm ignoring their calls. Kristen's sister called, accusing me of cruelty for not letting Kristen explain. Explain what? How she tripped and fell into my best friend? I'll share more soon. For now, watching them squirm is oddly satisfying. Next update. A lot's gone down since my last post. I need to vent. Those missed calls? I woke up to dozens more, plus 100 messages. Kristen was desperate to justify herself. Brian begged me not to tell Judith. Too late, pal. Should have thought of that before betraying me. I'd had my suspicions for weeks. Kristen got sloppy, guarding her phone but forgetting the iPad. Rookie move. Their messages went back months. They'd been sneaking around at Brian's gym, where he trained her, using my credit card for those sessions. Spent the morning unraveling our shared life. First, the bank. Split the accounts, removed Kristen as an authorized user. The bank teller, hearing why, said, "My sister went through this. Take everything." I just smiled. Around noon, Kristen showed up at my place, all tears and apologies, claiming it was a mistake. Then she flipped to anger. "You're throwing away 3 years over one slip-up? We're getting married in 4 months." I looked at her and said, "Funny thing, I came home early to surprise you with dinner. Guess I got the surprise." When I mentioned the iPad messages, she paled, ranting about me invading her privacy. I laughed. Actually laughed. Privacy? Like the privacy of our bed where I found you with my best friend? Then Brian showed up. Terrible timing. He tried playing it cool. Let's talk like men. I stared him down. 15 years of friendship and you couldn't keep your hands off my fiancé. Nothing to talk about. Things escalated. Brian got in my face. What, you gonna hit me? Go ahead, I replied. Give me a reason to call the cops. He backed off fast. Bullies always fold when you stand firm. Meanwhile, I'd been busy. Those gym sessions? I had receipts, literal and digital. Judith deserved the truth. I sent her everything. Messages, photos, the works. Within an hour, Brian's phone was blowing up. Guess who's crashing on a friend's couch now? Kristen's trying to spin the narrative, telling friends I'm overreacting. But those screenshots tell a different story. People switch sides fast when they see proof. The wedding venue called about the final payment. I told them the wedding's off and why. The coordinator was cool, offering to refund my deposit. Happens more than you'd think. At least you found out before. I've moved my stuff to my brother's, changed passwords, ordered new cards, the works. Kristen keeps texting from new numbers, alternating between begging and threats. Brian's whining about me ruining his marriage. Nah, you did that yourself. I'm oddly calm. Maybe it's shock, maybe it's knowing I dodged a disaster. Some friends think I should give Kristen another shot, probably the same ones who knew and stayed silent. Tonight, I'm meeting Judith to compare notes and figure out how long this was going on. Should be a wild talk. But here's what they don't know. I've got more evidence. A lot more. And I'm just warming up. Another update. I wasn't planning to post again, but things have spiraled in ways I never imagined. Thanks for the support. Quick recap. Caught Kristen with Brian. She mocked me. I walked away coolly and spent the last 2 weeks dismantling their lives methodically. Here's the latest. Kristen needed my reference for a big client. When the client called to verify my employment, I told the truth. I'm no longer engaged to her and can't vouch for her trustworthiness, citing personal betrayals. I couldn't speak to her work, but I wouldn't back her. They dropped her. That night, Kristen stormed my place, recording me to provoke a reaction. You cost me my biggest sale! She got in my face. Phone raised. I stayed calm, hands in pockets. Actions have consequences, Kristen. Should have thought of that before. She lost it, throwing patio chairs at my door. I called the non-emergency police line, recording from my window. They warned her for disturbing the peace. Her recording stunt backfired. Priceless. Then there's Judith. I met her for coffee, bringing all the evidence. Screenshots, texts, photos. She stayed composed until she saw messages from months earlier, way before I caught them. He said he was at the gym, she muttered, scrolling through their meet-up timestamps. Working late. She broke down in the coffee shop. Judith's revenge was brutal. She confronted Brian at his gym during a client session, dumped a protein shake on his head, and read their explicit messages aloud, ones mocking both me and her. The video went viral locally. Brian lost half his clients. His fitness influencer dreams tanked. Kristen tried damage control online, posting a sob story about messy love and playing the victim. I went nuclear. At our engagement party, Kristen gave a teary speech about my loyalty. I edited clips of that with her messages to Brian, planning hookups around my schedule, and posted it. She called, genuinely crying, "Take it down, Noah. People are calling my parents. My sister's done with me. Brian won't even text back." I echoed her. "What, you gonna cry?" Then hung up. Their affairs crumbling spectacularly. Brian's on a friend's couch. Judith changed the locks. Kristen's broker is furious about the lost client. Most friends sided with me. Turns out people hate cheaters who mock their victims. I'm not done. I've got more truth bombs ready, but watching them ruin themselves is honestly more satisfying. They're begging for closure. Terrified because they know I have more dirt. I'm at peace, waking up grateful I came home early that day. Imagine if I'd married her, had kids, bought a house. Sometimes the worst moments are the best in disguise. Final update soon. You'll want to hear this. Sorry for the delay. These weeks have been wild. Here's how it ends. Grab a drink. It's a long one. I had more cards to play, and I played them all. Nothing illegal, just calculated moves to let their actions catch up. They wanted to play games? Game on. Kristen's taunt? "What are you gonna do, cry?" kept echoing. So I acted. Our neighbor's security camera caught Brian's truck in our driveway for months whenever I was on late shifts. I compiled it all. Dates, times, iPad messages she forgot to delete. Then I waited. Last week, Kristen had a huge pitch to a wealthy couple for a property deal that had set her up. Turns out their close friend was my cousin Edgar. One chat about Kristen's ethics, backed by proof of her sneaking Brian into our home, and they pulled out. In our small town, word spreads fast. I didn't gossip, just shared evidence when asked. Kristen's phone lit up with canceled appointments. Home buyers don't trust agents who sleep with clients' spouses. Yes, Brian trained some of her clients too. Speaking of Brian, Judith had suspected him but lacked proof. I gave her everything: videos, texts, fake late training excuses. Their confrontation was legendary. His stuff on the lawn, locks changed. Judith works at his gym, and suddenly, his high-paying clients had scheduling conflicts. The best part? Kristen and Brian turned on each other. He blamed her for being sloppy. She blamed him for not covering their tracks. Their affair imploded. Last night sealed it. I was at a local bar with friends when Kristen and Brian walked in. Kristen approached. "You're pathetic, destroying our lives because you couldn't handle the truth." I smiled. "I'm handling it fine." "How's that big commission? And Brian, how's the training gig? Judith says the gym's thinking of firing you." Brian swung at me. Huge mistake. I grew up tough. 10 seconds later, he was on the floor, nose bleeding. The bartender saw him swing first, so I wasn't kicked out. Filed a police report for safety. This morning, Kristen's broker called her in. Sleeping with clients' spouses and losing deals raises flags. She's on probation, pending review. Brian's getting divorced, lost most clients, and might lose his job. Their affair's falling apart. They're fighting constantly, blaming each other. Me? I met Aspen. She's honest, straightforward, no games. We're taking it slow, but it feels genuine. She knows my story and gets why I keep receipts now. Revenge isn't about breaking laws. It's about letting consequences hit, maybe with a nudge. They thought I was weak for walking away. They mistook patience for weakness. Big mistake. Karma's not cruel. She's just great with timing and paperwork. Note, thanks for the support and messages. To clarify, everything I did was legal. Just ensured the right people got the right info. No worries about retaliation. They'd have to explain themselves first. Aspen thinks they got what they deserved. A mutual friend, Declan, says Brian's crashing on his couch after Kristen kicked him out post-fight. 2 months ago, I thought my world was over. Now I see it was just clearing space for better things.